for duty, Commander. A trooper should always stay on his feet. Alright, men, load your weapons. Heads up. Drop your weapons. Oof! I need a weapon.
How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to MongoozeMax Hawaii, the channel. Today,
Keep moving, trooper.
today's going to be a little different. Probably more vloggy than news-y. Because, basically, I've been looking at my stats for a while, and I've been checking out some improvement suggestions they have through YouTube and other types of success on YouTube things. And really, I'm just going to try to change stuff up because honestly, I'm trying to be authentic and real. I try to make it Boy Scouts honor with that. And honestly, yeah, I'm in it for trying to make it successful. Because otherwise I'm just, friggin', I don't know what, playing around. And it's too much effort and time into it. And return on investment is like getting nothing out of it. So it's like colliding with stuff in my life. And I'm having at 0 views. I'm probably talking to myself, reviewing this in editing, and I'm the only one watching and the only one putting a like up. That's it. That's, it's not really, that's just a gauge. It's nothing against audience. It's like, hey, if you watch, you watch. Yeah, I appreciate that. But I'm not sitting here going, oh, I appreciate you, to get you to a view. It's like, there's so much psych in audience delivery too. So then the people-pleasing thing too with I thought I'd try my hand at humorous. Then it's like I got the news that I'm trying to be humorous about, and there's hate crimes and murder and killing and what I believe to be possibly the start of World War III right under our noses with ally Ukraine, Russia, dickheads. And all it takes is a mad dictator saying one thing and doing the other. And everyone's like, see, I fooled you, like the scorpion and the frog story I said before. So I tried to add a little wisdom. I took a lot of I got a sociology degree, but beyond that, with the education degree, I took a lot of political science. I don't know why they stuck all that in the curriculum. So this is a little bit going to be kind of biographical somewhat in this vlog, because basically I am going to go off air to a degree. I'm going to, I thought it'd be fun to be silly. This was taken out of the trash, and I discovered
Ready for action.
that it makes noises. And I thought, well, hey, beat on the empire to give kids these kind of toys and stuff. So I thought I'd try to make it a signature thing. But it does.
All right, men, load your weapons. Drop your weapons.
Okay, it does make a good foil, and it does make a good sound check. And I do have to edit these, which is my own prerogative to do so. And I also learn quite a lot. And when I encounter and am encumbered by mistakes and things, I learn quite a lot. And I want to keep it spontaneous, so I keep it unscripted for the most part, except for like if I want, don't forget to talk about that. That's about it. So I'm not reading off a teleprompt, except for you could say that with the letters to the editor, but for the most part, usually I never read them before, and except for when I was trying to pick out one or two. So I just reading what other people wrote, and then I skipped reading it verbatim. So this all started off when my friend had died, and I'm not going to make a big deal about that. I mean, honestly, other people's sympathy isn't... I appreciate that you're human, but other people's sympathy does not... it's not much of a value to me. You know, I'm not looking for that. But my dear love of my life died. And there's a whole lot to that. I don't think it should have happened as abruptly, and I was in Honolulu and I could do nothing about it. I could not. It was like almost like even if I somehow got money for a plane ticket, I would have been stranded at the airport at the get-go. You know, I mean, it was like it's a whole mess, and I've been praying about it all the time. And if ever there was a really good person, she was a good person for sure. For example, she made hundreds of these. They're made out of plastic and they're colorful. They're like little rosaries that are plastic. Looks kind of cartoonish or kitty, but these are made for prison people in prison. So a lot of men in prison got colorful plastic rosaries, and they can pray, and they won't get taken away by the guards because it's colorful. It's not dark. And I have a friend that had gotten pretty much almost wrongly sentenced for sure by evil Texas egomaniacs, and the system corrupt beyond my wildest comprehension. Some people in Texas, not all. And so, yeah, there's a lot of dark views and a lot of dark things that I had to deal with, and I wanted to break away from that and be a little bit more humorous. It's hard to make humorous discourse about such matters. And then when I get kind of like in the humor thing, it turns a little goofy. I'm not degrading your mindset. I'm just thinking that, the dumb kitty kind of thing might be funny or a little bit more fun. But, I don't know. It doesn't garner views too much. And I see how much serious stuff is on YouTube, so it has a popularity as well. I don't know. I'd probably much more easier being the dark channel than the hey, welcome to Pee-wee's Playhouse. As far as your... And then I encountered all kinds of stuff, copyright. So all the music is pretty much what YouTube provides is copyright free. And it's supposed to be dummy, and then I'm starting to like the tunes already, and then I'm putting in other stuff, whatever. So my father had died about 7-8 years ago at this time, or like 7.5 something years ago, and now my friend, with February being February, when she passed away, actually early in the February. So I hate to say that because she was not really about death. She was about living in life. But it's already passed 2 years since she's been gone. And I do miss her, and I think about her once in a while. And I think of all the lessons that she taught me about living and loving life and stuff. Loving and living life and all that. That I still have trouble applying. And so my failed teaching experience, I blame on the economy. Then it crashed, and the evil, greedy people of Texas wouldn't hire me. So you can all go to hell in Texas in the education system. And half of the, well, at least Denton County can go to hell as far as the law. Law, L-A-W, yeah. Judges down to the beat cop, go to hell. I mean, seriously, there's a special place in hell for people like that. And I met lots of really dark people, and I admitted before, covering alcoholics, so I don't know, it's been 16, it's going to be 17 years pretty soon. Not yet. Stay one day at a time. Should make fun of AA, but they're supposed to be anonymous. I wouldn't make fun of particular people, but the whole one day at a time. Well, guess what? One day at a time. You can't change that anyway. It's everything's one day at a time, no matter what. One day at a time. No, but there's philosophy behind it that's supportive. I get it, but there's a lot to make fun of in AA, and I was told I should before. And there's other stuff. Ghost hunting. I'm serious. I like ghost hunting. It's just I can't say things have happened to me. And yet I forget that, and then I'm reconvincing myself that it's real, and then debunking that it's not, and all that stuff. But dark plus ghost hunting is the freaking witch. Yeah, there's a person, and the person's a real person, and I'm not going to be specific for various reasons. But I severely think they are a severe, malignant, narcissistic personality disorder. Serious, and they need serious help. Psychiatric, freaking 12-step, Narcotics Anonymous, sponsor psychiatric, serious help. And one of them evil creatures that have given themselves over to the fucking will of Satan, one of them had targeted me and I was discovering, look at this pattern, it goes back decades. So I've been abuse target for decades, and if they say, oh, don't be a victim, like, oh, screw that. When you're a victim, you know, and you want other people to know. But aside from that, they say, don't play the victim. No, it's like, hey, screw you. When you got damaged like that, you got damaged. Don't try to brush it under the rug. But when something like that happens, you want to victorious out about it. So, you don't want to keep getting abused. Get the hell out of that, or get rid of that person. The person decided to get rid of me. That's the problem. And so there was a lot of that going on. So, there's a lot going on, and this helped me break free of a lot of that, and try to put out some stuff and try to be lighthearted, but all that stuff was still there. And there's a lot of editing, and that's good because I learned editing, but there's time, and then when my mornings, usually I wake up early enough where I get the sunrise and just do the paper so it's consistent. But then I built myself into a routine. So I did learn, hey, look, OBS, this camera's almost deciding to work now that I'm like signing off. But
check the mic and make sure it sounds right.
I can't be doing this. And if it's not producing, then I'm going to be changing my channel up. I'm not shutting down MongoozeMax Hawaii. I thought I might have heard a yay out there somewhere. No. But I'm going to do what I'm going to do. And the hardest part, aside from sentiment, I don't know about sentiment, is more like, for me, partly gimmick, partly true. 20 minutes is a little bit too long. So under that is still kind of long. Everyone's like, no attention span, gotta be in 5-7 minutes. I don't have time for that. Yeah, you don't have time for that either. So, but anyways,
It sound right, boys.
I'm basically saying and I've said this before, I'm relinquishing my daily thing, I think. Which is sad because PewDiePie had posted daily for 10 years straight. Damn you, PewDiePie. Really, seriously. But now I posted straight pretty much throughout the pandemic, which my friend, luckily for one part of her passing, is she didn't get to see any of the pandemic except from the other side of the curtain. I'm going to talk about death, devilry, witches that should be burned at the stake, this kind of stuff. And I'm prevented from doing that because, hey, golly gosh, MongoozeMax Hawaii needs some. I like that little goofy stuff. But no swearing, no this, no that. You can't say this, you can't say that, and you can't say this. Like, damn. If I talked about a certain, I had to put up the suicide hotline disclaimer, warnings, subject. I don't know. I think people do that just so, because they have audiences and they have, well, I don't know. I think they do it just to fake that they're super empathetic and fake that they really sympathize with your emotions. I think a lot of this stuff is totally faked out to get more views. People manufacture total falsehood stuff and fake videos for views. So, anyways, so there's a lot to talk about, and I still want to make this short. So I was proud to bring it every day for about 2 years straight. Newspaper for definitely a full year, and Whatevah, which replaced newspaper, Whatevah for about half year, something like that. Not even, whatever. Exactly. It was supposed to be a little bit like Whatevah. It's gotten away from Whatevah. I'll change it to whenever. Maybe I'll post, maybe I won't. That's it. But the only barrier is I wake up, I'm in a routine. Oh, gotta do this, gotta do. I enjoy lots of it, and waking up early is good. It gives me a reason to wake up and do something. I would have been teaching children in the classroom science class, but F you, education system. That's right. Another bunch. I've seen so much of institutional phonyism and institutional nepotism and just corrupt elitism. You think the news is bad? Wait till it hits you personally. And then, I was once a beach bum thinking I'm a loser. Like, man, you had a good. You're looking at the horizon, listening to rock and roll music. Round the surfer. Now, went years of my life trying to train into the teacher, and that years I'll never get back. Kind of thing, and ingrained stuff. And then I met the bad children at first too, because they wouldn't. I had to teach like bad boys in the middle of the woods in a militaristic classroom. And I'm like, the teacher. It's like, should have had me behind a cage. Anyways, that's the scoop. That's the news. I may or may not post. I'm giving myself the cutoff of daily obligatory PewDiePie everyday stuff. I did it every day for about 2 years, and now I got other videos to do and too much editing stuff, and so it's sort of bye-bye Whatevah. So it's not the audience, it's just the way things pan out and that kind of stuff. So I do mean have a good day though. Clean air. Some of those Red Hills bad, but they're getting on it. They're about to. Hawaii is the last state to do anything, so they still have mass indoors. But that's my last coverage. My first was, they're gonna have testing and travel. My last one, I'm waiting for them to so I can have something to cover. No, it's It might be World War III, and I might post and I might not. I mean, these things. So, aloha. Have a good day. If you're all the way at the end, there's a sunrise.